Okay, so it's early in the morning, woke up just a little while ago. I have really cinematic dreams. I really feel like I'm in a certain place and location, and it really works quite well. And then when I wake up I feel very rested and relaxed, and I think like everyone that's a time when thinking is really clear. And I just had this genius thought this morning that just popped into my head, and that's that we can still shoot the film in Brisbane, but just do the interiors and locations, you know, the shots that require a lot of time, just do them here in Twmba, you know, which is mainly the interiors where a lot of the intense action happens between the characters. The only thing I didn't like about resetting it in Twmba was that I always pictured that story as happening in a big city, excuse me, and the characters being lost in a big city landscape, and you know, lots of those shots of the big buildings and the CBD and all of that kind of stuff. So, but we can still, you know, we can still do that. Just go down to Brisbane for those shots in the exteriors. But you know, the main reason I was looking at doing it here was just practical reasons, just the amount of time that we would need access to certain cast members, and you know, most of those scenes that would all be interiors. So anyway, so that was a great idea. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and how I'm going to work it out now. So we'd still have to get a local actress to play the lead, but you know, we can just pop down to Brisbane for those shots. I'm a bit disconcerted here. This is the second time I've recorded this. This camera keeps dying, so now I've got it plugged into a USB cable onto a extension lead, which is a bit dodgy where my hand is. I'm worried if I'm going to get a shock, but I don't think I will. It's not that bad. So yeah, so that was the thought that I woke up this morning with, which is really good. So, and the other thing is, we're going down to Brisbane today. I'm picking up my anamorphic lens. I lent it to a friend Miles, who's doing the high definition transfer of In My Image on his own transfer machine. And that was the lens that Qpix had. It was actually, I bought it off Qpix, who are now defunct, sadly. But I bought it off them around about 10 years ago for about $400 or something. I think it was a lot of money. And it was the one that Panasonic made for the DVX100. That camera, which is quite a nice camera, had the standard definition chip in it. So you put that lens on the front, which I think was 1.33 horizontal compression. So that gave 16:9. But if you, so on the 600D, the Canon DSLR that I've got now, that natively shoots 16:9. So if you chuck that lens on the front of there, lo and behold, you get CinemaScope 2.4 or 2.35 or, you know, 2.39 or whatever it works out to be. Just by putting that lens on on that kind of a chip. So yeah, I'm really hoping that that's going to adapt over nicely and work out well. I'm really looking forward to doing a lot of shots with that. And I never really knew what I liked about anamorphic, or that aspect ratio. And just, you know, looking at clips and doing a bit of reading about it again as I was thinking about the idea, I just realised when you go to see a movie, it's nice to get lost in the world that you're seeing. And when you're presented with a 2.4 to 1 aspect ratio, you know, what you're seeing is bigger than, you can't take in everything at once, so you're there looking at a whole world and you have to choose what part you want to engage in. So suddenly the whole is greater than the sum of the parts, and you are lost in the whole thing. So I really like that, so I really hope that this is going to work out well. So we're going down to Brisbane today, just a family trip to do a few things and see friends, and we're going to pop in and see Miles, see how the In My Image transfer is going, and get the lens. So hopefully he might let me shoot a little bit there. If this camera is up to it, I've got it on the selfie stick now, which my kids find hilarious, because I hate the whole selfie thing. But at least it gets it out far enough away, you know, to film this. But yeah, the battery or the camera or something keeps dying on this. I've got to get a new phone. So. Anyway, but look, it's a lovely day today. Check this out. This is after a few days of rain and cold, about a week of cold weather and fog. And there was a lovely shot through this tree here. If I can get it with this extension lead. It's probably gone now, but the sunlight coming through the leaves is fantastic just before. Can't reach it, probably can't get it. Does that work? Can't tell. And here's one of our dogs finding the warm weather. Hopefully. Okay, so anyway, looking forward to a great day today.
Yeah.
If that's okay with you.
Yeah.
So here we are in the Wombok Forest studio.
Yeah.
With Miles, and okay, so here's the anamorphic lens. So we'll be giving that a go on the 600D. If I can get the camera out far enough there. And your impressions of this lens, Miles?
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice and big, so you can whack a big chunky lens behind it. So it'd be interesting to see what it's like on the 600D.
Yeah, and Miles also had this great idea of, where did we put it? Of trying a variable neutral density filter in behind it as well, so we can keep the aperture open, but still get a nice shallow depth of field. So, all systems go, mate.
Can't wait to see it.
And while we're at it, here is Justin Arlu, in my image, being transferred on a homemade Super 8 transfer machine by the genius himself.
Improviser is probably better than genius.
Okay, cool. Righto. Well, I'll upload this shortly.
Cool.
Awesome. And there it is.